Hello, and welcome to right here and right now. And we're going to take this time to get comfy, to stretch, ooh, or sigh, make any sounds that we need to, because there's no right or wrong way to do this. And each of us is different. Each of us is neurodivergent in our own way. All of our bodies need and want different things. And it's okay to just be right here, right now, noticing our body, having some quieter time. Doesn't have to be quiet. Quieter, slower time. Time where we can just rest. We don't have to be perfect. We never have to be perfect, but especially in this moment, in this grounding or meditation or soothing practice, however you want to frame it, there's no need for perfection. We get to just show up as we are, however we're feeling right now. We have to breathe. We get to notice what's going on today for ourselves. Maybe we're feeling some heavy tiredness in our body, some physical or emotional exhaustion, the way I'm feeling today. Maybe we're feeling some heat in our body in certain places, or some coolness. Maybe we're feeling what we're sitting on, what's holding us up. Maybe we're lying down. However your body wants to be in this moment is okay. Maybe there's a place you can put your hands that would feel really soothing right now. Right now, for me, it's just gently over my eyes. Just feel into that. Feel into what would make your body feel really nice and comforted. And if it shifts from moment to moment, feel free to shift with it. This isn't a static practice. It gets to be dynamic and moving, just like life. Maybe putting 2 hands over your heart might feel really nice. For me right now, that's feeling quite soothing. Just feeling into, why are you here today? What are you hoping for? What would you like? Is there any sort of intention you can set for this practice? Just thinking about that. What intention would you like to set? I would like to be slower and kinder to myself. I'd like to take some time today to just rest and to just tune out or tune into a story. Whatever would feel good for you today. Even if it's just 1 minute of that thing. That's better than no minutes. When you have that, just let it go. And it'll just float up into the ethers, into the sky, into the space around you. And just know, yeah, whatever will be today. And it's okay if you don't get to everything you want to get to. You probably won't, because you're human like me. And we only have a certain amount of capacity. And it's okay to just honor our body by honoring our capacity. To go at our own pace. To be really slow and thoughtful. But also to have moments of frenetic or frantic energy where we don't know how to slow down. That's okay too. And if this practice of being more in our body, more in this space is difficult, that's okay. A lot of us have trauma, and it can be too much to be in our bodies sometimes. Sometimes it's a little easier for us to imagine being in a safe place than to believe the space we're in is safe. And it's okay to just imagine a safe place, if that would be better than noticing the space around us. You're free to modify any of my instructions or suggestions to suit your body, to suit what you need. So if you want to imagine a space, or if you want to look around your own space, just taking the time to do that right now. If you're in an imagined space, you can scan with your inner eye, just noticing what you can see, feel, and sense around you. And if you're in your immediate space, you're welcome to see, open your eyes if they've been closed, and look around. And whichever space you're in, just notice if there's something you like to look at, something that feels really soothing to you. And you get to take the time now to be with that soothing presence, even if it's just for a second or two. Sometimes if we've been really traumatized or caught up in things or overwhelmed, it can be really hard for our nervous system to feel safe enough to really slow down, to really be with these soothing presences, because it's so used to being in this state of emergency or urgency. And that's okay. Whatever you can do today, whatever suits you today, let's not force anything as much as we can, because I know that that also is a trauma response, to try to make things happen or to try to force relaxation, at least from my own personal experience. So letting yourself breathe. Noticing what happens to your body as you look around. I notice that my breath gets a little bit deeper. I notice that there's still a part of me. While there's a part of me that's present, there's still a little part of me that's holding up and out, not ready to be fully in my body. And that's okay. Wherever we're at is okay. We might feel frustrated by it, and the frustration is okay. It's totally reasonable to be frustrated at trauma, which we didn't ask for and didn't want, and can slow us down or limit us on what we want sometimes. Whatever emotions or feelings are coming up right now are okay. Just seeing if you can notice where they arise in your body. And if that feels a little bit too activating, a little bit too much like you're going to drown or be flooded, or like, I don't know, almost like something's on fire in your body, we can practice going to other parts of our body and then slowly tiptoeing or slowly exploring that more activated part. So for me, my stomach and my throat feel really activated right now. There's a lot of anxiety. I would name it as anxiety. A lot of tension in those parts, a lot of gripping. And when I go to those places, it does feel a little bit overwhelming. It makes me feel like I want to leave my body. So I'm going to practice finding a spot that is neutral or that is soothing in my body. And if the body doesn't work, you can come back to looking at surroundings, or you can always find a sound, just whatever helps you to feel more soothed and grounded. I'm going to explore going into a part of my body right now. Right now, my left knee is neutral. So I'm going to explore just hanging out my attention in that part of my body, just noticing what's going on. Noticing how it feels to hang out in that part of my body. I find that the loud, activated parts really want my attention. So I'm just going to say, I'm here with you too. I'm here with you too. I'm just finding some more grounding to be able to tend to you. I'm just finding some more space to be able to attune to you and love you, or do whatever I need to do with you, hear you, meet your needs. And right now, everything is okay. In this very moment, in this very second, for me, everything is okay. I hope that that is true for you as well, but you can check out. Is everything okay for you right in this moment? Are you safe right in this moment? And your mind might be like, oh, but this thing might be about to happen. But is that thing happening actually right now in this moment? And for me, the answer is no. It's not. So I'm safe. And if that isn't true for you, don't force it. Don't try to force that message. If you're not safe, that's good, something good to know. Maybe there's a situation you need to leave or someone you need to disentangle yourself from. I don't know what's right for you. Only you do. And maybe you are safe, but your trauma's not ready to accept that yet. That's also super fair. And maybe you're safe in your space, in your room, but when you go out into the larger world, because of your various marginalizations, you're not as safe. And that is allowed to be true as well. But right now for me, in this moment, paying more attention to my left knee, I'm safe. And you don't have to stay in one spot. You're allowed to sway. You can move around. You can reach out and touch textures, feel things. Just find ways of grounding yourself. Sometimes I just like to walk around my room and look and touch things. I can be a really tactile person if I allow myself to be, if I allow myself to unmask. I'm feeling like it would be good, now that I'm a little bit more grounded, to slowly kind of come back to those more activated parts of myself. Still aware of my surroundings, still aware of my larger body. And maybe before I tiptoe into asking those parts what's sort of going on, just noticing any sounds in our spaces. Maybe you can hear birds outside, traffic. I can hear a heron. They make really squawky noises. Maybe you can just hear the quality of the air circulating in your home or your office or your space, wherever you are. Maybe if you slow down enough, you can hear your own breath or even your heartbeat. And just noticing where it is in your body where you're feeling a little bit more activated, agitated, or red maybe in color. Just asking that part of yourself, what's going on? I'm just seeing what it says. Maybe that part's telling you that they're scared, that they need more care and attention. But they're probably telling you that they need something. What they're saying they want might be slightly different than what they need. I encourage you to ask them if you want to. And you can skip out on this if you'd rather just be attuning to your surroundings, your body. You'd rather be walking around. You get to do what's right for you, and I hope that you do. But if you're wanting to explore this, just, hey, what's going on right now? What do you want? What are you needing? And just taking a moment now to check in. And maybe that part of you is just saying, I want to be heard. And if they're saying something like that, just being curious, like, oh, what do you want to be heard about? What do you need me to know? How can I help you? My part is saying that I'm scared, I need more support. And so I'm just going to tune in and ask, what kind of support? And I'm getting the answer for myself. Just more rest, more acceptance of the fear itself, more space for me just to feel afraid and to feel overwhelmed, and have the space to feel that in rather than always rushing to get the next thing done. I'm in a bit of a chaotic, busy transition in my life right now. And it's easy to get swept up in that, like, oh, I have to go on and do the next thing. And maybe that's something you can relate to. And maybe it's not. But just noticing, what does that little part of yourself need? Does it need emotional acceptance? Does it need more space to feel? Whatever it needs is okay. If you need to cry, that's okay. If you need to punch a pillow, that's okay, as long as that feels safe for you to do that. Just noticing. What would be kindest to you right now, in this moment? And I really want to thank you for joining me, for experiencing this, for giving it a go. I'm just really grateful you showed up and you tried something new, and maybe it worked for you. Maybe it didn't. Just checking in with yourself. How was that for me? How was that for my body? For me, it was really soothing and really grounding, and I'm grateful I have the opportunity to share it with you all. So thank you again, and I hope you'll join me another time.